Hello everyone, and welcome to Gaming on Linux Guide. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead, like and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. And, it always looks really cool. So today I have for you DunGen. It's a newly released game. And I have to thank the developer for sending me over a key so I can show it to you. And as you probably have guessed by now from all my previous videos, I love deck builders. And DunGen just so happens to be a deck builder. And it uses your health as the cost to play cards, and it's got a really pretty interesting premise. So far, the only games that I know that do that are this game and Deck of Ashes. So here's how to get it to run. You want to go to Properties, and then you want to add this launch option, which I will put in the description below, so you can easily copy paste. Proton _ use _ wine d3d equals 1% command %. And if you're wondering, because I know so many of you do, the game was made by SV Games and is currently 25% off at $7.50 on Steam. It doesn't really have any user reviews. I do have to say, though, I absolutely love the art style, though I do think the interface could use a little bit of work. And I'm going to show this to you. So I'm just starting the game. Now what happens if you don't have that command? It goes slow motion, and it's pretty much impossible to play because it feels like it's at like 2 frames per second. But by forcing it to use the OpenGL graphics driver, it is able to run at a much better speed, which, makes it playable and actually enjoyable. And it is pretty enjoyable. So I'm excited to show it to you. It also loads a lot faster. It can take a whole 10 seconds just to load that gear thing without the proper launch command. Alright, so you'll see it's got the logo SV Games. Sometimes it just hangs here for a little bit. You just gotta wait because it's loading stuff. But pretty much once you get into the game, it runs perfectly. So there we go. So initially being Russian, you want to hit the probably English version if you speak English, or you can keep it in Russian if you speak Russian. So here's what you got. You've got, for settings, it's not a lot. You've got a volume, which I always appreciate because it's one of the things I love to do with deck builders is I love to chill with them. Sometimes watch YouTube videos, sometimes listen to music, my own music. It's awesome, and you can start over from scratch if you so choose. Then you've got a tutorial, but the game's pretty simple, so you don't really have to worry about it. It's got 5 classes. Again, absolutely love the artwork. You're like a rock, but it just looks very comfy and it's very chill, and I really love that. So the game's just loading. Again, it's hanging a little bit. So these enemies aren't who I saw last time. Last time when I was testing it, I saw a corgi. The corgi is probably my least favorite enemy so far because it's a very slow enemy. He makes all the damage you do 1 damage, but he only deals 1 damage. So you just have to sit there cycling your deck, dealing really low cost cards that do 1 damage. And he's got 10 health until you're able to kill him. But we don't have a corgi, which is good. So I've never played against Milk and Worm. I'm going to play Worm with a hat because I like the aesthetic of Worm with a hat. So you click on him, it takes a little bit to load the fight, and then he walks to them. Alright, so it tells you, oh, it's a pirate worm. Okay. Maybe a scroll and crossbones would help me identify that. But I just like him that he has a hat. So pirate worm shows me my turn up here. He deals 2 damage, and every even turn is immune to damage. So that's an interesting one. So my real main gripes with the interface, as you can see here, if I mouse over the left half of the card, nothing happens. It doesn't show me that I am selecting the card. I can still pick it up, but when it's all together like this, it just kind of bugs me. I'm sure it's perfectly usable, but more so than that, I would really like if I'm dragging a card, I'd really like there to be a little line that appears if possible, because I don't know how far to drag a card to play it. Because like right there, like most other deck builders, I'd probably just, right there play it. But you have to go a little higher, like right there. Now it may sound like I'm ragging on the game, but again, as a deck builder enthusiast, I just love deck builders, and I think this is a fun one that could become really great. So I would really like the cards, because we only get like 4 cards per turn, I'd really like them to be separated a little bit like this, considering how the interface works. Otherwise, other than that, very clean, pretty minimalistic. You got his health here, you got my health here, you got turn right there. Other than that, we are good. So I'm not going to spend too much more HP, because I want to make sure that I can survive. Oh, right. That was silly of me. It's an even turn, so I don't deal any damage. Okay, and I just killed myself. Now, funnily enough, here's something interesting. If you bring them down to 0 and you kill yourself, you still win. So, got to admit, I like that. That's a nice feature, because it feels like you are still kind of rewarded by, playing risky, playing that exact math game. All right. I've shown you plenty and given you my thoughts on this game. I think it's fun. If you're really looking for a new card game, and of course you've played all the other ones, such as like Monster Train, Slay the Spire. Those are really the only 2 coming to mind right now. But yeah, if you want one where you kind of have to be like perfectly thinking about your health at all times, and you can't just get like a YOLO perfect combo, I'd say this is the game for you. Plus, again, chill music, really fun little aesthetic, and just pretty chill game overall. Unless you're someone who freaks out about, your health dropping constantly, then it may not be so chill for you. So it's kind of got that fun, like contrasting themes there. You're slowly killing yourself, which makes you nervous, but you're in a very comfortable environment. So I think they play well off each other. If you like this, please give us a like and subscribe. Again, want to say thank you to the developer for letting me show this game to you. That always really helps, because I'm just a small channel and just a person working a job. So I don't have infinite pockets. So this always helps. As always, I hope you have an excellent day.